Good afternoon. We're here to announce charges against the two individuals responsible for the murder of Officer Ella French and the shooting of her partner. This is the first step toward justice as we work to honor our fallen officer and her partner. The two offenders are brothers. Emonte Morgan, E-M-O-N-T-E, Morgan, common spelling. He's 21 years old. He's being charged with 1 count of murder in the first degree. He's also being charged with 2 counts of attempted murder of a police officer. His final charge is 1 count of unlawful use of a weapon by a felon. Eric Morgan, E-R-I-C, is 19 years old. He's Emonte's brother, and he's being charged with unlawful use of a weapon by a felon. He's also being charged with 1 count of aggravated unlawful use of a weapon with a prior conviction, as well as obstruction of justice. The young woman who was in the car with the 2 Morgan brothers has not been charged. Each gun recovery is a potential deadly force encounter, as I've said many times at this podium, every Monday after a violent weekend. But we so tragically saw that come to light much more so with the tragic events of Saturday night. So far this year, Chicago police officers, the brave men and women of this fine department, have recovered 7,536 guns. That's a 23% increase over the same period a year ago. And just yesterday, I want to make a note of this. After the tragic events of Saturday, Chicago police officers covered an additional 33 guns last night. Let that sink in. Because every encounter to recover a gun is a potential deadly force encounter. You would think officers would pull back and not do what they have done day in and day out. But you don't know the bravery and courage, commitment and dedication that I know these Chicago police officers exhibit every day to protect the people of Chicago. The gun used in this shooting and this murder of Ella Fitzgerald was illegally possessed and was the product of a straw purchase. 29-year-old Jamil Danzy, that's J-A-M-E-L, Danzy, that's D-A-N-Z-Y, of Hammond, Indiana, purchased the firearm at a federal firearms dealer in Hammond, Indiana in March. He falsely, Mr. Danzy, he falsely identified himself as the actual buyer on required forms during the purchase, when he was actually the straw purchaser who bought the gun at the request of another individual in Chicago. Danzy knew this individual, Eric Morgan, was not lawfully allowed to purchase a firearm due to a felony criminal conviction. He bought the gun for this individual anyway. The U.S. Attorney's Office today charged Danzy with conspiracy to violate federal firearms laws, including knowingly transferring and giving a firearm to an out-of-state resident and knowingly disposing of a firearm for a convicted felon. He's facing 5 years in the federal system.